You should reward that.
Well,
with movies for 5 minutes.
We didn't because her mom was crazy.
Dang it!
So I just didn't talk or reward or anything.
That's no good.
That's not her mom being crazy. Isn't why we didn't reward her.
No, there were other reasons.
She got good grades for it because I gave book tests because I wanted them to go do the research.
Tests and such.
Tesla is one of our headlines.
Ooh.
Is it one of yours?
Hey, welcome to...
sorry, that was the longest intro ever.
Tyler and Neil Explain Everything.
Yeah, we're doing headlines. Welcome to Headlines.
Ooh, this is actually one of my favorites.
One of your favorite things to do?
I love
headlines. It's so good because it's rapid fire.
About it. Yeah.
We're explaining headlines so that you can be more knowledgeable at the water cooler at work or in your group text when they're like, did y'all hear about Bill Cartwright of Cartwright Motors?
And you can be like, and you're like, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, I know all this stuff because I heard it on there. And don't give us credit.
No, don't.
You take this for yourself because you've earned it.
Bill Cartwright doesn't deserve that.
Bill doesn't deserve it.
No.
Now, there's a fun development in this because we've done a couple headlines.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, this is the first time we've announced this.
This is the first time.
We have started.
I'm nervous.
I'm sweating in all the places you shouldn't be sweating. Not even the underpits. Like my eyebrows are sweating. Oh, I guess that's a normal place, isn't it?
I think that's called crying.
Neil, you jokester. So we have opened up a Patreon page.
We have.
We did. And we didn't do it to get rich and make all this money. We did it to get rich and make all this money.
See?
That's why we did it. Big difference. Because I said it with a smile.
Don't try and twist our words.
Don't you try to lie for me there, Ross Perot. We're here to be business moguls. No, for real. We have been trying to think of a way that we could justify this to our wives.
Yeah.
For us to hang out at night and talk about rando stuff.
And stuff.
Our wives are numbers people and money talks. And so what we thought is we don't want to just say, hey, go to, first off, Patreon is where you can go.
There it is.
There it is. You got to explain what it is.
Patreon, you thought that it was a space station. It's not.
It's not. So Patreon, Patreon.com. Patreon is where you can go to support creators to make and create more stuff. I make a ton of stuff for the internet. You make a ton of stuff for the internet as well. We make things, put it on Instagram, YouTube, podcasts. I mean, literally, you're listening to one of our things we create. And believe it or not, nobody pays us. Have you heard us stop and say, check out Squarespace? No, you haven't, because nobody's paying us to do this.
I'm just a poor boy.
I don't know the words. I don't know the rest of them.
It's all right. They're not paying us to sing.
They're not, Mr. Robot. So we decided one of the cool things that we've seen other people in this space do is they'll start a Patreon page where it's essentially like an exclusive membership.
Yeah.
It's the premium version of what we're doing.
Club.
You genuinely are.
Yeah.
You have access to talk to us. You get to submit stuff you want us to talk about.
Yep.
You get to throw out ideas. And not that we don't listen to other people. It's just we're definitely going to listen to you because we know you care.
Yeah.
You're not just some rando person. Hey, y'all should talk about sliced pizza. Why isn't it in squares like in school? Well, that's a great topic. First off,
that's actually not bad.
That's really good.
That's one I'm going to talk about.
I love quadrilaterals. So we thought one of the best ways to bring you guys exclusive content or give you a voice in what we do for the podcast would be through a Patreon.
Yep.
And so if you go there,
I
think the lowest you can do is like $3 a month, and you're thinking that's essentially a iced coffee. That's like half of a Frappuccino a month, and you get extra content.
America runs on Dunkin'.
Yes. America, that's their slogan, so it has to be true. Nobody would ever lie to us.
Our sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts.
Sponsored by Dumpster Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts Squares by side. Dumpster Donuts. So this actually released a month ago on our Patreon. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it released a month ago. You could hear these headlines right after they happened. Now you're a month late. The conversations have already started. You have no clue what they're saying.
Idea. No clue.
What are these people even talking about?
Who knows?
Who knows, Neil? Who knows Neil? That's what I used to call him in 8th grade. Big deal Neil in 7th grade. Who knows Neil in 9th grade.
Big deal Neil.
Yeah. So if you want, check out our patreon.com/explain everything. We don't only do this. We also throw in a bunch of other stuff, resources, photos. Neil, you've got a lot of shirtless tops. Isn't that an oxymoron?
You're flustered because they're that good.
I'm so nervous about us releasing the Patreon to the world.
Yeah.
But now you can hear us joke about it on the main podcast.
Yeah.
In a subtle reference to tell people to go there and support us.
Yeah, you're going to know. You'll be the first ones to know.
Transistor is expensive for hosting all these 500 podcasts.
You have a lot of podcasts.
I really do.
Yep.
So there you go. There it is. That's our pitch. That's what we're explaining today. I'm just kidding. We got headlines for you.
We
got the meat. Hopefully you fast forwarded through that whole shindig.
Yeah. Times
and we're
2
getting to the real
speed on
stuff.
that.
No, they're just hitting that 30 seconds ahead. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Patreon.
All right, so the Explain Everything headlines.
Headlines.
We rapid fire.
Yep.
Technically, we're supposed to go 30 seconds.
We always go 30 seconds.
We definitely stick to that.
You have no proof that we've gone over.
None. You show me. You show me where.
Come on, Missouri.
My favorite thing.
Show me state.
Prove it. We are going to go. We each get 3.
That's the headlines opener. No, we have Joseph's music.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph, I'm sorry for the delay. Joseph Tilley music. Hit him with the intro. Wow, that was so sick, bro.
That was
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, so hot right now.
So, the headlines, we're going to go through 3 headlines apiece. Tyler does not know the headlines I'm going to do. I don't know the ones that he is going to do. And if we both say the same headline, it's like we cancel each other out, we implode, and it's basically like going thermal global nuclear war.
And we give our podcast to our first Patreon person.
Wow.
That's what we're going to do. We also have another fun thing for I keep coming back to Patreon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no.
The end.
Oh, wow. That was commitment.
Yeah, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't even mean to make that joke, and then you just like stared at me, and I got nervous.
I didn't mean to stare. All right, so do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll
of
go
the
too.
3.
Okay.
These are topics that hit, and here's why it's good if you're on Patreon, because you will know these before anybody else will.
Yeah, anybody.
You'll have access to these.
We break this
faster.
before the actual news does. So
yeah, they're coming to us to find out the news.
yeah, they're coming to like, hey, what's going on, Wall Street Journal?
These are topics that are happening this week that are relevant that we think that you would like to know. And Tyler is going to go first. You're on the clock, Tyler.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds starts now. Are you going to do this all the time?
Nah.
Okay, good.
I just ate up.
Apple Apologygate. I made up the title. Have you heard about this?
I like the
So
title.
what is so Apple's big competitors are like Google and Amazon, Facebook.
And Dell.
What is the big thing? Intel. Yeah. Dude, you go to Dell. I got a friend that went to high school with that kid. That was
Wow.
the dude got a Dell. Yeah. Went to high school with him. So Apple Apologygate. What is one of the things that Apple prides themselves on with regards to their technology?
Security.
Security, exactly right. Neil, wow, you're really smart. They have recently been exposed for something they were doing that was not so security field. Have you heard about this?
Speaking of exposed, I have photos on our Patreon of me without
you.
a shirt. But
Yeah.
anyways, go ahead.
I said, what did I say? Topless
shirt,
tops or
top
something?
shot,
I said
what it was.
something stupid.
All right, tell us about
Shirtless
Apple.
tops. That's what I
That's
said.
it. Shirtless tops.
Pretty inexpensive now. Available on patreon.com/explain everything. So what Apple did, Apple loves that their privacy. Like they've gotten into it with the FBI about not releasing like a back end way to get into people's phones. They want your stuff to be secure and private.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg's sweating in front of Congress. Tim Cook or Tim Apple, some people call him, they do not want to be sitting in front of Congress. So they value it.
Yeah.
Siri. You know, people are like, Siri's listening to me and they're using me against my ads.
No, it's not.
Well, it is. And that's why you can say, hey, Siri at any time and it'll
Yeah.
pop up. Did my phone
Did
just
it happen?
Hey, Siri.
Well, they're not.
Did it.
Oh, see.
He did it. So it's always listening. Just like your Alexa, just like your Google Home,
yeah.
all of it's listening.
Big time.
Apple was going through some stuff they were doing with their AI to make sure Siri was working correctly, and they were testing some things.
Okay.
And they actually had humans listen to the stuff that was happening while you weren't explicitly talking to Siri. So conversations
wow.
you were having with your wife,
No.
stuff you were doing.
So they're not listening to the Hey Siri stuff.
No.
They're listening to the Hey Siri.
They're
We're
listening
done
to
with you.
stuff that's just your phone's near
If
you.
I was having a tickle fight.
If you were having
They were
a
listening.
tickle fight and it escalated to a pillow fight,
Wow.
which escalated to dancing,
Oh.
then guess what?
Myrtle.
Apple knows.
That's
Or
crazy.
some people listen. They said it was actually like, of all the tests they ran, it was like 0.2%, like 0.2% of that were humans listening, but humans were
bad.
listening.
That is bad.
Yeah, man. So
not
like
good.
the thing is, they didn't come out and say this. It was found out, spread on the internet, and so I'm going to say here's what it is. The program meant humans were listening to more private things that other humans did in front of Siri's watchful gaze.
Oh, my.
And they gave a list of some options. I'm not going to say those out loud that people could have been doing or saying. The big problem is they did not explicitly disclose this to the users. While Amazon and Google do this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Apple prides himself on not doing it, and they came out and did it.
They say it a lot.
Yep. And Apple came
Wow.
out, they made a statement and they said, we realize we haven't been fully living up to our high ideals, and for that we apologize. So what does this mean? Two things that Apple's done to change it. Apple will, by default, no longer retain audio recordings of Siri interactions. Because that means, to this point, they've been retaining them.
Yeah, they've got them.
It's still use automated anonymous transcripts to improve Siri's AI, but users will be able to opt into
out.
it.
Yeah,
or
in. Okay.
And then also, third-party contractors are out. Apple reportedly nixed 300 contractors in Europe as it officially benched the old program.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Apple Apology Gate. 30 seconds, done. Nailed it.
Man.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
That's. I feel like this is not the last we've heard of these security breaches because it's happening, but you don't. It's weird. You don't expect it to be Apple.
No.
At least you hope it isn't.
You hope it isn't because they tell you all the time. They literally had a billboard said what's on your phone stays on your phone, and they're the Vegas of cell phones.
Yeah, that's bad.
No, and here's my thing though. We're going to see this as we see an increase in convenience with regards to what technology can do for us. You're going to see a decrease in privacy.
Yeah, has to.
A lot of people get really upset about it. A lot of people are like, no, this is my private life. I don't care. I'd rather my phone is listen to everything I say. It tailors my experience around me.
Yeah.
Make my life better, easier, more efficient.
Well,
I don't care.
That's the only way they're ever going to be able to build AI and all this other stuff is they have to be able to learn off of real humans.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So, okay, there's mine. 1 out of 6. Wow. This is going to be an 80-minute episode because of Tyler.
Great. All right, I'm going to go through this one really quick. Mario Kart Tour will debut on Apple iOS September 25th.
That is it's an app?
Yes.
Are you serious? Is it a new game or are you getting to play the old games?
All the classics.
You get to play Mario Kart on your phone.
Mario Kart on your phone, Rainbow Road, Luigi's Mansion, and a slew of the classics, and a lot of brand new ones based off of Tokyo, New York, and more. There are in-app purchases you can do. It is a free game. It comes out on September 25th, and they have been working on it for a while, but you can pre-order it on the Apple App Store and Google Play if you want. Yeah, you can get it in advance. So it's free on September 25th, but you can get it. And I watched a bunch of what do they call it? It's in-game footage. Yeah. It looks incredible.
And they're using the courses from 64 and stuff.
Yes. They have those, and it goes way past
But they cleaned them up, I'm sure, and made the graphics really good.
Yes. It's gorgeous.
I'm so excited.
That is of any, it's not my favorite Nintendo, but it's that one is one of Mario Kart is so fun,
so good, so good. Retro Rick and I used to play sometimes. We haven't played in a long time.
I love that one.
Yeah, so
that's
good.
Me. Okay. I'm out.
Marriott Hotels is going to stop using those single service. If you ever watch Fight Club, single serve shampoo bottles. They're getting rid of all that because of the amount of plastic waste that it's putting into the
So what are they going to do instead?
They're going to have you know how you go to some gyms and they've got them on the wall where they're going to have that. You can't tamper with it. You can't. It'll be locked up.
Okay.
They're going to have that. There's some issues to overcome with that, sanitary stuff, but it'll be set stuff on the wall that you get.
Well, so what? The alternative would be as you're checking in, somebody behind the desk you hold out your hand and they squirt some shampoo into your hand. They're like, "Here you go, Jimmy. If you need any more, come back down and get it."
And he just comes back down half hand towel on his covering up, and he's just like.
So truth be told, I do not use any of those if I'm at a hotel because I am not taking the plastic wrap off. I'm on the other side. I want more plastic, which is probably why it's not going to work. Yeah. I want to know that the only thing that has ever touched that was a machine or a robot, not a human being. And I don't trust that somebody else didn't just do something weird. Yeah. I have a lot of problems.
You are real
germs,
about
man.
Them
germs.
Man, I have never thought twice about it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I don't
unless I'm
care.
Cracking the seal open. And it's something out of Indiana Jones,
and the light glows.
Yeah. If that doesn't happen, I'm not doing it.
You have a beautiful voice, Neil.
Well, thank you. All right. Spotify tests a in-app create podcast button.
Ooh.
So if you like podcasts, yes, there's a guy who leaks code out. His name is Jane Wong. Hey Jane,
his name is Jane.
Jane, yeah, his. I say that. I don't know. It's basically inside the app. There is a button that says "Create Podcast," and if you tap that, what it does is it connects you over to the Anchor app. They're doing it in a partnership back and forth. Here's why they're doing it: because Spotify has gone so all in on podcasts. They're not just saying they want to support it and host them; they want you to make them in their app.
Wow.
And that is, they're saying that they will start testing that out at certain markets and then roll it out to everybody not long after that.
And you said they're working with Anchor.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, ease of use, built-in features, everything, even payment. Anchor's top notch,
Man.
100%.
Yeah, I'll be really curious to see this.
Yeah, dude.
That's really good. Now, Spotify owns Anchor.
Did they buy them?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So that's why the connection is
Really?
there. Yeah.
Wow, that changes it. That's not just a
Game changer.
Yeah, that is.
Not just convenience. It just makes total
You could
sense.
convert that Anchor app over
Yeah.
and just put those features on there with Spotify's logo,
Yep.
branding.
Yep.
Now, the reason I switched off Anchor was you can't have multiple accounts. So I wonder if Spotify.
You have too many podcasts.
I got way
is
too many.
Is what
bro.
it is.
I got 3 inactive, and then I've got one we're in mid, like it's a summer
they're
break
nice.
for the basketball one,
Summer
and then
break.
I've got 3 that are rolling.
Well, people are going to be clamoring for it when the NBA kicks back up.
No, they're gonna want
They're
that
gonna-
NBA School podcast.
Okay.
Okay, my last one, and I think they announced it in April, but they've taken some strides recently. Tesla is now is starting its own car insurance
Yeah.
that is going to be able to decrease rates by like a third for Tesla owners, because right now,
Wow.
FYI, Tesla
expensive?
Model S was the most expensive. Tesla Model S was the most expensive vehicle to insure in 2018.
That's insane.
I know,
It's
bro.
probably one of the safest cars to drive, but because of all the
Exactly.
tech that's in it.
It's just because it's so like beyond, like you're relying on a system as opposed to like humans who are super reliable and never
yeah,
make a mistake.
What in the world?
My goodness. So that's what it is. Yeah, they're starting their own. He announced in April, but he said it'd be ready by the end of May, and so
That's classic.
it hasn't.
That's pretty.
It's just taking the next step. So
That's wild.
yeah, man.
Man, they're changing. That's why I wonder if they're gonna have like insurance commercials for Tesla.
That's what the title actually said of this, because I get mine from Morning Brew. A lot of my announcements sponsored by Morning Brew. It says Elon Musk, but as a little green lizard. So they're talking about like Geico.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I would.
I'd subscribe to that caveman short-lived TV show.
Yeah,
You remember that?
that was your. Oh yeah,
That came off a Geico commercial.
They tried really hard to make
really
that
did.
sick. All right, my last one. NASA wants your help if you are a student between K through 12, and I believe possibly college student. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I know
one,
college students.
to help name the next Mars rover.
Ooh.
They are doing a big contest right now. That Mars rover doesn't land until I don't know that. The entries are due November 1st. And you can go to futureengineers.org/name the rover. And you have 64 days left to do it. But there are some pretty cool names. They'll actually tell you some of them. The Mars 2020 rover this is the one that is going. So I think the rover itself, I think the rover is actually en route. How do you say route?
En route.
Do you order a Route 64 or a Route 64?
I say Route 64.
But do you say you're en route or en route?
En route. I say en route. I make the en route.
I'm en route.
En route to this.
I am en route.
I only speak in my native tongue, German.
That's amazing. You can also volunteer to judge, or you can sign up a teacher or a student as well. Just click a button and it'll send them. And they judge this off of the appropriateness and significance of the name. That's worth 40 points. The originality of the name, the originality and quality of it. You can write an essay that goes along with it if you want. And then 5 bonus points awarded to entry with the highest public poll votes. So you can then go in and vote on which names you like.
Rapid fire. What would you call it right now? Go.
Tinkletown 2020. Sorry, it's the first thing I came up with.
It was so great. And you did your head a little bit like
Yeah,
Will
I've
you
been
accept
practicing
this?
that in the bathroom and mirror sometimes.
Mars cars. So it's like Mars bars.
Man,
Mars cars.
Mars cars, and then you could have Tesla insure it.
Tesla Model M.
Man,
Mars.
oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Super cheap to insure. You
win
ain't
that
running
one.
anything.
Yeah, you're
There's
not
no
running
other
it.
cars on
and
the
you're gonna
road.
go really, really slow.
Real
So that
slow.
is our headlines.
Yep. So last thing, and this is new to headlines.
I like this.
This is one of the benefits of the Patreon exclusive, is that you get to come up with
it
a
is.
fake headline.
So happy.
And you're thinking, well, you just announced it like 20 minutes ago. Well, we've been checking very recently. I'm just kidding.
Very recently.
No, I created the site about a week ago.
Oh.
And we had a young man named Robert Hunter go on there, and he is subscribed as a Patreon person. And so I
What?
messaged him and I said, hey, man, we're doing this thing. Would you like to make a fake headline, and then we discuss that fake headline.
Yes.
That's part of headlines. And this is not a real headline. It's a Patreon submitted fake headline by Robert Hunter. So here it is. He said, this is the headline: Bear eats beets while watching Battlestar Galactica.
Whoa.
Neil, explain that headline to me.
Well, it's, obviously not a keto bear.
No, he
This
wasn't
bear
keto.
is not in ketosis.
Most are.
Most
Because that's
are.
fur. They're not
hibernating.
big. It's myrrh.
Yes. Yes.
Frankincense and myrrh?
Yep. Frankincense and myrrh. And you know, sci-fi is big.
It's real big right
It's
now.
real big. Star
Yeah.
Trek has a new series coming out on CBS All Access with Jean-Luc Picard.
No way.
It does.
It changes
and
everything.
So he was like, "Look, I got it." No, it doesn't change anything.
Okay, sorry.
And he was like, "Look, man, I'm going to eat the." Who does he eat? What's the rest of the headline?
He says the bear eats beets while watching Battlestar Galactica.
Wow.
May have come from The Office, but
That bear might toot a lot too.
Oh, is that what beats?
I don't
Or is he
know.
doing it to the beat?
What if he's eating pair of headphones?
That's has to be my. What if it's my headphones?
What? I don't know.
Neil.
What if he's eating Dr. Dre?
Well, he had a good life. He had a good life. Prison Mike. He had a
So
good life.
we will read your. We will come up with fake news based off of your fake headline.
But you can only do that if you're on Patreon. So
Only on Patreon.
don't go in and rate us 5 stars and say it. Go in and rate us 5 stars anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's doing that. Amanda
not?
asks, and she has double the 5-star ratings on Marriage because she asked people to rate.
We should have her as a guest on here, and she could ask people to do it.
And that we explain 5-star ratings.
Good Lord.
What if we only did explain
Oh my
things that
gosh.
benefited us?
The entire time. We'll talk about Patreon. We'll talk about how good money is.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about stars.
Mailing us free gifts, like custom T-shirts.
No, gifts. Like a gift.
Gifts.
Yeah.
I'm a gift guy.
I'm a acts of service and gifts. That's fun.
Gifts. That's good.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us for explaining headlines.
Explain them. We did.
Yeah, we tried.
And now you know.
Now we know. Patreon.com/TylerTarver. Wait, no. I'm sorry. I promote myself so much.
I'm not hurt.
Patreon.com/explain everything.
There it is.
There you go.
We did it.
See you guys. Looks like we made it. Thanks for coming on TED Talk.